Hi, this is Matt from fncontact.com. Today I'm going to show you how to create private encrypted contact forms in just a few clicks. Then we'll expand further on that, and I'll show you some of the settings and options that you can use to make your contact forms even more robust. Go to fncontact.com and click Create Your Contact Form. Boom, it's that easy. As you notice, fncontact is a login-less and account-less contact form generator if you want it to be. So let's take a look. So as you saw, the website created two links for us. The first one is a public contact form URL. This is the basic form that we gives you out of the box. We'll be able to go in and customize this in just a minute. As you can see, we provide a place to capture the name, the email address, and the message of your website page visitor. The next thing we're going to look at is the private admin URL. This is where you can manage the settings and the options for this form without even having to log in. Okay, as you can see, we have three tabs over here: an encrypt, a customize, and a links and embed code. So the first one we're going to click on, which is to set up the PGP encryption. This is going to allow the message in transit to be encrypted from the form user to the form admin. So we're going to go ahead and pick a password for this, and we're going to generate our PGP keys. This is the key that you'll use to unencrypt the message after a user has sent you a message in the back end. Awesome. Now that our PGP keys are created, let's go ahead and enable the encryption. Okay, there we go. Okay, the next step in this is we're going to go and click on the Customize tab. This is going to allow us to change some of the basic features like the logo, the header, the subheader for this page. Okay, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and add this form for this would be a perfect tool to create a form for your website development or design or a small business website. So we're going to fill out the basic parameters here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and first thing we're going to do is turn off the fncontact logo. Pretty soon you'll be able to upload your own image. This is a couple of the settings here on the form management side. Form management allows you to set up a password that only allows somebody to get to this form to begin with. Since we're actually under our own account, we're actually not going to set that up. We're going to go ahead and give this a friendly name. We'll call it the Web Development Services Contact. And we'll go ahead and give this a friendly name like we'll go with My Website Service. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and set up a couple email notifications. This will allow us to get notified when a new contact form is submitted. So there you go. Those are the basic permissions and settings. We'll go ahead and save these. Awesome. We'll go back to the form and you'll see once we refresh this, we're taken now. We've updated the basic information in this. So we're going to go, because we do have actually an account on fncontact, we're going to go ahead and click on My Forms, and you're going to see this form right in your list of forms. Allows you to go back to the messages as well as go back to the manage. The third tab that we're going to click on is the links and embed. This is where we can actually do a little bit more with the form than meets the eye. Okay, so again, there's those 3 links. We'll go ahead and we did give ours a friendly URL, so we'll go ahead and paste that in there and take a look. Yep, that's the form. We do have a private message URL. This would be perfect if you were generating this for a client or a customer and only wanted them to see the messages on that. This limits the ability for them to make any changes to the form. They can just see the submissions that are sent to your form. So the message URL, we'll take a look at that one as well. Cool, and then we'll go ahead and look at that last one as well, which is the private admin URL. So you can see this is the one that has the settings links on it. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually explore this a little bit more in depth now. FN Contact is actually the perfect form to embed on your website or website application, and here's why. Just in a couple of clicks, you can click on the embed link, grab the basic embed code, and then go into your HTML editor and go ahead and post that. All you got to do is drop in that short snippet of code and save the page and upload it to the website of your choice. Awesome. While that uploads, what we'll do is pull open that page. This is a website that did not have a contact form. Go ahead and refresh that. There you go. You can see how easily we added a new contact form to this web page. One of the most powerful features of FN Contact that's hidden below the main features is that FN Contact can act as a hosted form processor, meaning you can use your existing HTML form and you can just update the action URL. So we'll go back to this. We'll use my own HTML form. So there's 2 steps to this. One is you can go back and you can look at like some existing HTML form code here. And let's say that your form was using something like form mail or PHP send. It was just emailing you the form, and you wanted a good place to not only encrypt your email messages, but you also wanted a place to back them up. This is the perfect way to do that. So what we do is, let's say we have an existing HTML form, like so. Oh. Looks something like this. And you're currently using a different form processor. All you got to do is go into your form and update this form action with the form action URL here. You can save that. And there's one additional step that you must have is you have to make sure that the FN Contact reCAPTCHA is also in there. So somewhere at the bottom of the form you may want to add this reCAPTCHA step. That bit of code needs to go in the form somewhere on your own HTML. It has a couple additional parameters down here. You can add directing to an error page or to a thank you page, which could be helpful for your conversion tracking or responding if the person did not enter a valid email address. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this out a couple ways. So the first way we're going to test it out is the main form. We're going to go ahead and fill out my information. Awesome. And we'll go back into the back end, and you can see that the message is encrypted. So we're going to click on that message, and what it's going to allow us to do is we must unlock our private key first. So we're going to go in and enter that passphrase again. And there you go. There's the message encrypted. Only I can see that. So that was a basic test. Now we'll go back to the hosted form processor test. We'll make sure this is saved and uploaded. All right. Oh, so there's the message right there. So those are two different ways that the FN Contact can work to process your forms. The simple hosted form that you can get to by going to your URL, and the other one was the hosted processing form example, and both of those work great for sending you encrypted, PGP encrypted contact forms. Look forward to hearing your feedback, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.